So much better than Horace. Hello, we are back on the challenge field, ready to get our next challenge started. The players are all eagerly waiting to see what they will be doing. And here to explain to all of us is Cam.
All right, welcome back. You will be participating in another individual immunity challenge. So one of you will have immunity before we go and vote as a group here. That person who wins this challenge is also going to be given a decision to be made after tribal as well. There will be some important things that person will need to be done. So just kind of keep that in mind as you're thinking, if you need another reason to win immunity, that's another one. You will be making an important decision as well. How this challenge is going to work is we will split up into 2 heats of 4. The 2 winners of each heat will face off in a third final heat of 4. The winner of that one will win immunity. That's very clear. How the heats are going to work. We are playing with these tension poles. You will have your pole on a tension, and you will be doing 50 laps around these 2 zones. Go as fast or as slow as you want, because if your pole falls, you will go back to 0. So you will be doing laps. So as you're walking, go around the pole.
Wait, y'all, I literally thought Cam was kidding. Like, I thought that was a joke.
5-0. I promise you the actual tension thing is a lot easier than you think it is.
Oh my god.
A full lap is returning to your person.
These players will be getting their steps in. Oh my god.
You have a person keeping tally.
You would think we had time to kill with this challenge. That's crazy. I was not expecting that.
If you do drop, you will go to 0.
What? Sorry.
If they drop, they will go back to 0. So be careful as you're going.
Yeah, that's why I gasped. That's nuts.
Your person
all
will
right.
Have to reset, and then you will get to keep going, okay?
So we've got New Rollins all lining up
fully around
for their first...
on both sides, okay? So
I don't know, it's not their first. It's their second individual immunity challenge, but as a new tribe. So they have not yet competed as a tribe together. They are now competing for the second time against each other.
And 1 through 4 will go first, 5 through 8 will go second. Does that make sense?
All right, we're going to be... Oh my goodness. Well, strap in, y'all, because this is going to be a long challenge. I should have brought myself a little chair to have a set in. Okay, so we are now drawing for spots for the players because they will go 4 at a time. For those just tuning in, which is probably most of you, we are going to be doing a challenge, and players will be holding a tension rod, which is this like metal rod that goes in between these 2 thingies. And they will be making their way up and back the challenge field for a total of 50, that is 50 times. The first one to complete it and get 50 rounds without dropping will win immunity and will also have an important decision to make. If they drop, they will go back down to 0 and have to start all over again. So this is a big mixture of endurance, but also speed, but also focus on the tension rod. So that is a lot of different things to be contending with on a night of very little sleep and also 2 days of very little food. All of our players now getting set. Let's take a look at who will be competing first. We've got Kaylee, Andy, Amy, and Sandra all facing off.
Keep in mind, you're going to go on the right sides of your pails all the way around, like you're on like a racetrack.
Our season 1 and season 3 alum Caitlin letting everyone know the tension rod really isn't that bad. Doing a slow jog should do it. All right, and off they go.
Joggers to start. We'll see if that's a smart plan or not.
Whew.
Andy has the first bit of movement.
Oh my
Everyone
goodness.
is on their first lap. How about that?
Wow.
Kaylee,
Here we go. Kaylee taking a swift lead.
It looks like. Still not much movement from anyone, but be careful with those poles.
Oh my goodness. I feel like I'm watching tennis because we're just going back and forth. If y'all get dizzy, let me know, viewers, and I will stop this madness.
I'm not fully sure, but I believe she's at full
For
on
those
just finished her
wondering
third.
how we are keeping count, we have
Andy is
a
getting a little bit of a lead,
volunteer
actually. I think he is
spotter
caught up
that
and
is
taking the lead.
keeping count. Oh my god, there's a counter app?
We will have
How
the folks
cool.
calling
Wow,
out
we're so
at,
official.
intervals of 10.
So here come the players, round and round they go. Andy squeaks, tension rod slides yet again a little bit.
Everyone, this challenge could
Andy
be
coming on down the lane
well,
here.
don't lose your mind.
Making another circle, back and forth they go. They will be updated on their progress in groups of 10, so they will be told at 10, 20, 30, and 40. And of course, 50 will earn them that win. Kaylee, silently, intensely focused. Everyone very quiet. Amy's with a little bit of play, but she catches it.
Shifted mostly to walking at this point.
After oh, Kaylee hears that and goes right back into a little half trot.
So far, no one has slipped to try and crowd
Classic half trot. I half trotted down the mountain yesterday on certain spots. Ooh, Kaylee hitting 10. Everyone else not quite there yet. Amy going slow and steady. Andy with a sense of urgency. Andy power walking. Now Andy hitting his stride and doing a little walk jog.
Amy and Sandra a little bit on it.
Jerry's saying you've got to pick it up to the players.
Sandra's at 10.
Sandra now doing a little jog. She's getting a second wind. Andy coming down the way again. A lot of heavy breathing. This is an endurance comp.
All right, we have a match on our hands here. All within a
All right.
couple laps.
Kaylee and Andy
Person dropping into
physically neck and neck, but I think Kaylee might have one or two on him. Amy going back and forth, checking back in on Sandra's progress.
Great job, everyone.
Cheering from the sidelines as the other four New Rollins look on. They will be gearing up to do this challenge next.
They have noticed that the winner of this heat will have to run it back to back. It's not going to be me.
not even near to be that.
Kaylee coming around the bend again. We've got Amy and Sandra almost in lockstep as they go around these buckets. And now picking up with a little jog. Doing an intermittent walk run.
And legs of steel for that one.
These players not giving up. Everyone's still giving their all in this challenge. We love to see that. Remember, as these players are going round and round, they must keep their tension rods from dropping, because if they drop, it will spell disaster as they will reset back to 0. Kaylee hitting 20, 2/5 of the way through this challenge because simple math. Oh, we've got a race on our hands. Kaylee and Andy both at 20.
Just like I said on the first day, it is a marathon, not a sprint.
All right, Amy not giving up.
Did I hear Sandra at 20? No, I did not. Sorry.
And 3 players
Stay
off
vertical
that
with
way.
those poles.
Sandra passing by, picking up the pace a little bit.
Kaylee's are
Kaylee
starting to slide a
slips
little
for the
bit.
first time. Andy using that long stride to get around that bucket and back across
Amy's
the
pace
field
has not changed from the
expediently.
start.
Sandra's at 20.
Sandra has now hit the 20 lap mark.
I was about to compliment you on your patience. She thinks they're going to drop, and they might.
Ooh. Amy employing the tortoise approach where slow and steady wins the race, possibly hoping that these players with the sense of urgency might lose their focus and drop and completely reset.
Amy is now at 20.
Amy has now
All
hit
4
20.
players past the 20 mark. And they've all lost, I would say, somewhere between...
Let's get a tension rod check.
Lost any tension.
Amy's lost maybe
Everyone else
10
has lost
inches?
maybe 5 to 6 inches at least.
I would say, yeah, maybe 6 inches on Andy's. Sandra's looking very intact. Only an inch has dropped. And Kaylee has maybe also dropped a total of 10 inches.
Kaylee 30.
All right. Kaylee hitting 30.
Andy 30.
Andy has now hit 30 and is getting energized by that result. Quickly picks up his pace. Kaylee picking up her pace by responding in kind. Amy hearing a little more drop from her tension rod. Sandra now full out jogging around this course. She is determined to make up some laps.
Going the fastest out of the four at this moment. Yes,
Sandra
Sandra.
has dug deep and she is pulling from that reserve.
Sandra's tension has remained consistent.
Sandra's at 30.
Sandra's now at 30.
Sandra has now hit 30 and is going in the fastest pace. Reminder that Sandra also has the least amount of tension rod that has dropped and the most to play with.
27.
27 for Amy, so not too far behind. If someone drops, she is there to coach the spot. Yes.
All right. Kaylee heading back. And Andy. Y'all, this looks exhausting. I can hear heavy breathing from all of the players. Everyone trying their hardest and no one giving up.
Dig.
Andy now setting the pace and Kaylee a little upset about that. Oh, Andy now digging into his reserves, breaking into a bit of a faster jog. Determined to... And Andy has pulled into the lead with 40 and doesn't look like he is going to be stopping. All right. Way to go, y'all. All right, Andy coming around the bend again, dropping a little bit of tension rod. Kaylee coming around as well. Andy not giving up, looking to try and finish strong. Kaylee consistently leading the pack in this challenge.
You got this. You're okay.
Sandra still going at it. Amy. Amy maxing and relaxing as she goes through this challenge, but now suddenly picking up the pace. Sandra has now hit 40 as well.
47 for Andy. 3 laps left. How many for Kaylee? 48. Yeah. One by one on that side.
All right. Kaylee now on her 49th lap and Andy at his 48th. Kaylee picking up the pace to cross the finish line. Andy now having to do one more lap to move on in this challenge. Neither Amy nor Sandra giving up as Andy completes his final lap. Way to go. Incredible effort. Way to go, way to go. To our two heat winners, Kaylee and Andy, giving each other a hug. They know how hard that was. Our next players will be stepping up to the challenge field now.
All right, so we're gonna go 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay.
All right, the next four players from New Rollins now lining up. I don't know if this is one of those things where they've been staring at it so long that the dread has been building.
Nice playing cards. You're fine. Thank you.
All right, and stepping up to compete in this heat
Your helper will get
is
set up.
Danny,
Should just be coming out the bottom.
Ned,
Tiny bit. Yep, that's perfect. Hold it horizontal.
Dion, and Aviva. All right, they are getting their tension rods set
I'll
up.
give you a few warnings if you go horizontal, but try to keep it as vertical as possible as you're
All right, getting everyone
running.
set and ready to
Again, you're gonna
go.
go around the right side of the bucket on every side. The course is now nice and slick for you since they ran 50 laps on it. So try not to slip. Survivors ready, raise them up, and go.
All right, and off the players go. Julie asking if somebody drops, are they out? No, but they do have to reset all the way back to 0. And as we saw, that would be extremely costly.
There you go.
All right, everybody making their way down their buckets. I heard a big slip. Ned's tension rod has come down quite far, farther than any of the last heat's tension rods ever dropped.
Even with the mess up on the first lap, has got a pretty sizable lead
Danny
already.
staring at their tension rod.
From what my eyes perceive,
Ned kicking the bucket.
try not to. And yeah, drop
Literally, not figuratively, thank God. All right, we've got Aviva jogging around that bucket. Dion doing a little step hop across this field. I heard another tension rod slip. I think it was Danny, but not that much. Maybe just a few inches. Aviva trucking along over here.
Well, that's the thing. You're not just working with your legs.
Dion keeping the tension rod super close to his body.
take this home and use it in your workout session.
I hope they give them,
Aviva doing the same.
because I mean, it's burnt. Right.
Danny heading out. I'm wondering what the count is. Let's go check with our counters and see where everyone is at. Danny is at 10. They are killing this challenge.
Dion's at 10, about a lap behind.
All right. Dion now at 10 has slowed down a little bit. Danny has picked up the pace.
Still going, not slowing down. Ned has most of that pole already out. He's holding on.
Ned's at 10.
Ned is now at
Ned has now hit 10.
Ned is going walking approach.
You guys make sure not to rest them on your chest.
Me scaring Najina, one of the counters, because I was creeping on the count total for Aviva. Thank you. All right.
Aviva 10.
Aviva's now hit 10. She crows with excitement and pride. It was a crow. We love to hear it. Because not much else being said in this challenge. They are quietly focused, all determined to win one of the 2 spots for the next heat.
My arms are going to get up before my legs.
Danny now picking up their pace as they go back and forth across the field. Danny expressing a little worry about their tension rod, hoping to just get it done.
I believe has a few laps lead on the other 2 and electing to walk at this point. Potentially thinks this can keep the lead without needing
Ned coming on down the way here.
getting started to slow down and go to a wrist walk.
No, I thought when I finished it,
Ned has a wry smile on his face. He cannot
great job. Keep going.
All of our players working hard, coming up and back this challenges field. All players agreeing this was even harder than the hike, which I find hard to believe, but you know. All right. Danny still with the fastest pace out
It's a
here.
mental game as it is a physical game right now. Do not give up on yourself. Do not lose concentration. Do not lose confidence in yourself that you'll be able to complete this.
Cam encouraging the players from the sidelines.
Well, I feel bad. I suggested 25. So I'm here to help. That is hit 20. Can I get a count on Dion?
For all of you just joining us, these players are
Can I get a count
doing
on Dion?
holding this tension rod for a total of 50 laps. But
24
if
on
their
Dion.
tension rod falls,
Danny is at 30,
they have
so
to
it looks like it
reset
might
their
be a
count
play for
down to
second
0.
place here. But all you need to do is punch your ticket into the final to have a chance at immunity and the important decision. That was close to a fall from Danny.
Oh, no, I
Kim,
just didn't want to hit the
when
button.
you said, Kim, when you said all you have to do is punch, I thought you were gonna be like, is punch your competitor in the face to ruin their
I don't know if that
concentration.
is necessarily a strategy.
Please
I have
don't
supported.
do that.
Aviva has hit 20.
Nicely done, Aviva, hitting the 20 lap mark.
A lot of support from their tribe mates who know what this suffering feels like.
This might be an individual immunity challenge, but it looks like the tribe is bonding over it nonetheless.
Some shared
All-
trauma here for everyone.
Yes, Green will compete next after this. So stay tuned for that. But right now we're finishing up New Rollins first. All right, let's get another little count. We'll just... Oh, all right. So this is Danny's total, 36.
Come on, season.
Ned's total, 25. Dion has hit the 30 mark. And Aviva in 20-something. So everyone doing very, very well.
Oh, a lot of
I believe at this point everyone is roughly halfway through the challenge at the very least.
You are waiting and Dion to win this one. I admire them not giving up because there's a chance one of them falls. I like it. The speed is remaining.
Dion just strutting down the challenge field, singing a song to himself, I think.
This is Dion's count.
Starting at 45, we'll count them off one by one. Thank you.
I mean, valid.
50 laps deep, I'm doing no runway walk.
Net, it's 30.
Ned hitting 30, giving a little celebratory kick behind him. Aviva proud of her progress, a bug landing in my hair and staying there. Lots going on in this challenge. All right. Danny now has stopped jogging because they are firmly in the lead here. Oh, and picking up their pace now.
Insight. 46.
Ooh.
Not worth the slip.
I'm gonna get out of Danny's way here.
47.
Dion has now hit the 40 mark, firmly in second place. Next closest would be Ned at 32.
At 48.
Everyone again doing an incredible job in this second heat. No one giving up, even if the odds are slim.
That Danny is in the finals. Danny has a 1 in 4 shot.
Nicely done, Danny. They are the first to complete this heat, moving on to the final round.
Dion with a handful left. Again, much respect to Aviva and Ned who have not given up.
Keep going, y'all.
It's slippery out
I almost
here.
slipped at
Anyone could
47.
slip.
It's not over. Keep going.
Aviva hustling around that bucket, not giving up.
Okay, the can's feeling. Okay.
The can take it. All right. We've got Ned, Dion, and Aviva
We're
all.
looking for a Dion count. 46. Let's count them off one by one as Dion looks to punch the final ticket in.
Dion and Ned now in a strut off.
strutting.
Aviva waiting to join the fun
Some
as they
coordination
strut
here.
on down the way here. Let's take them in. We love to see it. These kings and queens just working that challenge field, making grass look good.
Ned's at 40.
All right, we've got the final lap for Dion. Got our final strut down the way here.
And Dion 50.
Nicely done to all these players. Incredible effort. Congrats all around, as they know just how hard that was.
Yeah, of course. Give them a second to breathe.
We're going to give them a quick second to breathe before getting into our final heat. We are going to do a speed round for the final heat.
Ooh,
So
speed
while that was the endurance,
round.
this is going to be much more of a speed round. We're
Love
going to
to
do
see it.
first to 20 laps in the speed round. There'll be a little bit more pressure to go faster and potentially have that pole drop between the tension.
All
so Let's give them a
right.
second. Our helpers are going to get some bug spray on because it is muggy and buggy out here.
We love a rhyme.
And make sure that their hands are okay as well. They held that for a long time.
All right, our players just kind of getting what they need before heading back out to the challenge field.
Water, flex those fingers. In the meantime, I am going to draw for spots again. I just said it on the last
All
round.
right.
I don't know if you were celebrating too much to hear, but the last round will be a speed round. So we'll be going first to 20. So a little bit more emphasis on getting there quicker, potentially risking tension to go a little bit faster. We'll draw for spots.
All right, our 4 players in this final
We'll give you
heat
another
now,
19 to help
drawing
you get
for
back. Anyways, we'll be drawing for
spots.
spots during the dead time.
They will have a little more downtime to catch their breath, particularly Danny and Dion, who are coming fresh off of a heat win.
While they're recovering, can I run to the restroom?
If you need to, yeah. Yep.
Thrilled to find out we will not be watching them do 100 laps this time, but instead only 20. Perhaps there will be a little more drama with the tension rods this time around.
Can I hear the strategy here?
No.
Okay.
We're figuring it out.
All right. They're working to break the challenge, which I respect. As a player myself as well.
All right. So for those that are joining now, we are about to compete in the last heat of the New Rollins Individual Immunity Challenge. A reminder that these players will be heading to Tribal Council shortly, but first they have to crown an individual immunity winner who will, of course, not be eligible to be voted out. They competed in 2 heats of 4 each, with the top 2 moving on. The first 2 rounds were endurance rounds, players going all the way back and forth across the challenge field 50 times. This time we'll be focusing on the speed element, and they will be doing only 20, so a lot less room to stroll or strut, and a lot more jogging or walk trotting will be encouraged.
I'll take the card back.
Players have drawn for
So I can
spots.
fill the viewing folks in on some strategy that the players are talking about. Looks like they've come to an agreement to walk the first 10 laps and really only start competing after they hit the double digits. So we'll see how that pays off. Maybe someone will take an opportunity to start sprinting at 8 or 9 and get a little bit of an extra edge on everyone, or maybe they'll,
Stay
keep
true
the
to
sportsmanship up, and we'll have a little bit of a 10-lap sprint.
But
at
are
the
they
end.
agreeing to walk to 10 altogether, or just walk to 10 and
sounds
then
like-
once you're done walking, you run?
I think that's what it sounds like.
Oh.
But we'll see what they do.
They
'cause
must
they're
have
all
been
ready.
they must have been jealous of the strut off and wanted their own runway
If
moment.
you mind getting in your spots, we're all ready for you to get in your spots.
Players now getting ready into
Again, as a
position.
reminder, both immunity and an important decision are on the line.
All right. About to kick off the final round of this individual immunity challenge. All of our finalists getting set by their volunteers. We've got Dion, Danny,
I was about to say the counter, but I realized you need my help.
Andy, and Kaylee.
Okay,
Right? There you go.
everyone,
I love that everyone responds to the camera when I say their name. So fun.
drivers ready? Go around the right of the bucket. Drivers ready? Go.
All right, and off they
Right,
go.
They are walking, but it's a brisk walk.
All players in
See if they stay
lockstep.
the same. Kaylee, just go on the right side of the bucket.
These players ahead of the challenge agreed to walk the first 10 laps before giving it their all for the last 10. None of them wanting to be totally gassed.
I'm all for it. I love a good try to break the challenge discussion. We'll see who I'll fix it. Keep going. You're good. Walking has remained consistent so far. Who has
All right.
enough in the tank to go?
Oh my goodness. You would think these players are in a synchronized swimming routine because they are just walking in a beautiful straight line.
Yeah, I was gonna say it is a little unfair, varying heights and leg sizes here.
I got your leg.
For those just joining, this is the final heat of the individual immunity for New Rollins.
About to hit 7 right now.
About to hit
7.
3 more laps to go of this walking round before an all-out competition.
Bump, bump, bump.
Should we just go into
Building up enough strength to make that final push. That's 8.
Cam now counting every lap, eager for us to hit 10.
I'm excited to get going.
As much as we love watching you.
All right, all players have now hit 9. This about to complete the 10th lap. And then anything goes.
I love you guys.
Away they go, sprinting down the field.
Vertical, Danny.
Danny almost tripping and falling.
It is slippery out here. Remember the rain.
Hearing the tension rod squeak, these players do not want this tension rod to fall, or they would reset to 0. All players running, giving it their all.
Danny 15.
Danny and Kaylee at the 15 mark, as is Dion. Danny in the lead, Kaylee and Dion close behind. Remember, the tension rod also a factor here. They must keep it upright and they must keep it from dropping to the ground. But Danny whipping their way around this course. Danny in their final lap and a big slip of the tension rod. Can they cross the finish line? And they do. Dropping to the floor with the incredible effort of that challenge. No joke.
I will run and grab the immunity necklace.
Fabulous. All right. The rest of their tribe bringing Danny's water bottle over to them, seeing just how gassed they are after that incredible win. All right, moments away from awarding individual immunity to Danny after a very grueling challenge. Congrats to all. Not a single person giving up or not trying their best in this challenge. We love to see it. This is a competitive crew and they came to play.
All right. Danny, come get your immunity necklace.
More accessories!
Thank you for crouching down. I'm not that tall.
I know, right?
All right, you will be safe at the upcoming tribal council. Again, you will have to make an important decision afterwards. I will say that the Green Tribe will be about to running this challenge, so you have about the time it took to run this challenge to do your strategy. We'll bring you to tribal. I'll show you where to go because we're not going to have you at your camp, okay? So we'll take you out of here.
So he doesn't know what the choices yet, right?
Nope.
All right, and with that, New Rollins is exiting the challenge field. They will be going to strategize and talk amongst each other before heading to tribal council. A big vote out followed by a big decision to make. So we will catch what that is at their tribal council. And in the meantime, we will be bringing New Tyrem, the new Green Tribe, down to do the challenge next. So I am going to let you guys go for this moment, but I will be back in a very short amount of time, unless we're bringing them already. Are we bringing them already?
I can bring them in quick, yeah.
Okay.
You want to stay on?
Sure.
I'll go run.
All right, let's do the extended what?
To get some running in anyway.
Okay, great. What is the decision that they have to make? So I don't actually know what the decision is. So we're gonna reveal that at tribal council and we'll all find out together. Because I do not know. Yeah, so it'll be great. Trying to think, do I actually know what it is? Oh, I do know what it is. Okay. No, it's crazy. You'll definitely want to know. You'll definitely want to be here for it. Yeah, I don't know if it's a good decision, but it's a big decision. So yeah. Thank you all for joining us for this. We are hopefully going to be getting the Green Tribe. While we're here, since no one's at the Gray Tribe and y'all haven't gotten to see Kineo yet, and it is currently not available to the tribes, we'll just take a little tour of Kineo while we have some downtime as Tyrem heads over to the challenge field. So we're going to be making our way on down here to the Kineo Old Tribe. I assume it is largely intact from where they left it this morning. Reminder, the players have now swapped and they are only on New Rollins and New Tyrem, leaving Kineo camp behind. We are heading on down this little path here, which I actually think leads to a river. So I'm gonna have to explore that later. Let's see. All right. Just making our way down this very slick embankment. So excuse me, because I'm gonna be taking my time with this. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Oh my gosh, how cute is this? Kineo has really made a camp a home. All right. So over here we have the Kineo camp. It's almost kind of eerie to know that it's like an abandoned camp now. But it looks like they have a little kind of wooden pyramid teepee thing going on. Not sure if that's like a little hangout spot back there on the rock, or if it's spare firewood, but it looks like it's kind of leaning in a triangular shape. So yeah. And then here we have some lovely benches to sit upon. I got the fire pit over here, and looking like I don't quite, maybe that's just firewood, because it's right under the, again, lean-to tarp situation. So looks like they have it secured with some sticks and some rope that they either traded or received, and some rocks down there to hold it in place. Back here is a little clearing, and I know yesterday they were foraging for firewood. I'm assuming they kept this under to keep it dry. Smart on their part, as it was raining today. So there you have Kineo, the last camp. And now let's head back to the challenge field to watch Newt Tyrem. I'm gonna check, let's see, hang on, the questions. So y'all are asking, will Patrick and Isaiah then not be part of a big decision? I believe they will not. Remember, only the individual immunity winner from this challenge has an important decision to make, so I do not believe it'll be a tribe decision. It'll be an individual decision. All right. Y'all, it's hard to talk and walk up a hill at the same time. I don't know how the physical tribe or the physical group did it yesterday. Truly. All right, and we are back at the top of the hill. Gonna cut through tribal council, and then we will head over to the challenge field, where our players have presumably, oh my god, I'm so out of breath, so sad, had the challenge explained to them, and we'll be watching another crazy round of this challenge. The cabin is so nice, Stephanie. It's great. It's huge on the inside. There's tons of room for all of us to hang out and talk about everything that's been going on. It's been so fun. Cam doing a little demo now.
No, we will have counters here, counting for you. All your job is to do is to make sure you
Newt Tyrem looking horrified at what this challenge will entail.
You will start back at 0. Your other job is to stay upright. Do not go like this. Do not go like this. Try as upright as possible. I'll give you a lot of leeway. Your other job is to physically stay upright. Do not fall. It's slippery out here. So weigh that out. We will draw for spots to see who goes in heat 1 and to see who goes into heat 2. And actually we'll draw for physical spots as well. So 1 is going to be up here, 4 will be down here, 5 will be up here, and 8 will be down here, if that makes sense.
That is a great question, Emily. I do not know.
You can
What a
your arms
feat.
as long as it's not resting against your chest, so that's fine. Any height matters. The bar and the wood should not be touching any part of your body besides your hands.
These players getting some last-minute questions answered before we get started on this challenge.
Have your hands low as long as nothing touches your body. Yep.
Angela snacking on a bagel in front of the players, so mean. Luckily, they didn't seem to have noticed. They're too busy being stressed about this crazy, grueling challenge.
All right, we will draw for spots to see who goes in which heat and in which placement.
All right, the players now drawing for spots. I believe their questions have been sufficiently answered, hopefully.
All right, can I have 1 up top and 4 down at the bottom?
All right, players have drawn for their heats. Friendly reminder, this challenge will be run in 3 separate heats. The first 2 are identical, of 4 players and 4 players. The third heat will consist of the top 2 finishers from each round.
If everyone that's taking place in the second heat, stand up top, yeah? You can go to the bathroom while they're doing this, yeah. It's going to take a while.
All right, so looks like on the very first challenge heat, we have Rayhan, who is already set.
Oh.
Liz.
Right, so get with a person, each with a person.
Sean.
And Robbie.
And
Are you tapping on
Keanu.
your phone like everyone else?
Yeah.
You have it? Okay, you ready to go? All right, so everyone, you can have the pole. I'm going to help you out.
All right, our players just getting set and ready for this challenge before we kick it off.
When it does start dropping if possible. I'll help you out. Great. All right, so we are doing 50 laps. Are my counters ready? Yeah. Are my survivors ready?
Yes.
Go.
All right, and off they go. A quick start to this challenge. Rayhan and Keanu getting a slightly early lead, with Liz and Sean just behind them. Keanu now almost done with 2 laps. Everyone else done with 1.5. Keanu doing a little like jump trot strategy across the field. Sean picking up the pace just a little bit. Keanu still jogging. Liz looking very determined as she holds her tension rod in place. Rayhan taking the slightly speedy but steady approach. Keanu just trucking through this challenge, has not let up on his pace this entire time.
Say that again? Top 2 of each heat will then play final 4 for immunity, yes. Keanu, I believe, has at least a 2-lap lead at this point.
Keanu is hustling on this challenge. Incredible job.
Running in this heat in pants. Keanu is at 10.
Keanu, the first to hit the 10-lap mark. These players will get a score update at every 10 grouping that they do. I don't think that sentence made sense, but I think y'all got it anyway. Wow, it is currently a battle for second place with Sean, Liz, and Rayhan, all with the exact same lap count and roughly the exact same pace.
The other 3 all lapped again at the same time, hitting 12 at the same time. Sean taking some big steps around the corner.
Keanu jogging, jogging, jogging. Remember, they are fighting to get 50 laps as the first or second place, but if they drop that tension rod, they reset back all the way down to 0. None of them wanting to do that, as it is a huge effort to earn every single lap. I am so sweaty and I am just standing here, so I can only imagine how the players are feeling. Incredible effort by all 4 players. Rayhan picking up the pace a little bit, didn't want to fall behind Liz. Sean has pulled out with the slightest of leads, but everyone's still on the same lap. Alicia now worried she has a bug in her shoe that's biting her heel, but we're going to work through it. Keanu not giving any indication that he is going to slow down anytime soon. Rayhan falling just a little bit behind, but still in good spirits. Not giving up. Sean pulling away slightly, because Sean, Liz, and Rayhan out of nowhere starting to bolt around the challenge field. Liz drops a ton of her tension rod. All of a sudden, she is in danger of having to reset back down to 0 and lose that tie for second place that she roughly has with Sean and Rayhan. Sean at about a half a lap lead on the other 2. You can see Liz's tension rod has almost completely dropped through. All of the others still have tons of tension rod space to play with. I gotta buy myself one of these and do this in Central Park back home, because this looks ridiculous.
Lovely to do it on an empty stomach.
All right, Keanu, incredible effort this entire challenge.
Keanu not slowing down.
Keanu at 30.
That is 30.
Keanu has hit 30 laps. Incredible. 3/5 of the way there.
Liz, gotta get her.
Vertical.
Liz has nearly got the whole thing.
Liz now just a little baby bit of that tension rod left. She's got to hold it very, very tight for it to not drop all the way.
Sean is 30.
Sean has now hit 30 laps.
Rayhan 30.
And Rayhan has as well, along with Liz. They are doing incredible.
He's about halfway down now.
Keanu's rod has slipped down.
But I agree. Don't make us run this twice. Sean, slow but steady at this point. Has about a half a lap lead on the other two, and a lot of pole lead on the other two at this point. Keanu has finally stopped jogging. His lead is likely safe if he can just walk his way to the finish. See if he can do it without dropping that pole as the tension starts to slip. This is as much mental as it is physical. Don't forget, you need to always be putting tension
Johnny,
on
I'll
that.
let y'all know
It's easy
once I'm out of earshot.
to lapse for a second.
We're keeping the tribes separate for this challenge so that they don't see who was doing what. Oh my God, what is this bug? I think this is a stingy bug that's landed on my phone. Okay, away it goes. Thank God. Oh no, and it's back.
Following you around.
Great. I found a friend. Someone has followed me from the BBW site. Oh.
Liz is holding on for dear
All right, we're just gonna go away from Cam and hope that this is a safer spot to be.
Keanu's at 40.
Keanu's at 40, the final
All right, Rayhan sweating with the effort, as are they all. Liz now picking up the pace. Rayhan as well. Suddenly everyone is running. Oh my goodness. It's like, I don't know. It's like they suddenly flipped a switch. Liz drops her tension rod, has now reset to 0. She's over it. I don't blame her.
If they all drop right now,
Ooh. Sean and Rayhan now in a battle for second place, with more tension rod slipping from Rayhan's wooden block thingy.
Thank you. 45 for Keanu.
Keanu only has 5 laps to go to secure his first place heat victory. This is not even the final piece of this challenge, but excellent effort by all.
Looks like it might be
Sean
decided
breathing
on
heavily as he continues this challenge. I'm honestly shocked that the lap count is so close,
Yeah, this is
despite Keanu literally jogging this entire time.
very close
Wild.
heat here.
Oh no, I'm back in Hornetland. I gotta get out of here.
There is no prize for first or second aside from pride. But I don't know if Sean wants it.
Alright. Another squeak from the tension rod Rayhan is carrying. Sean keeping his eyes on that bucket.
What is Rayhan at?
Rayhan at 47. Incredible. Keanu on his last lap. This is the 50th.
That is going to be it.
Good job for Keanu.
Rayhan and Liz to grab second place and a spot in our final heat.
Excellent job. Keanu and Sean moving on, but before they do, the other 4 players will now have to compete in this challenge.
Rest, I'll see the other 4 over here.
All right. Jared, Kira, Mary, and Kendall now heading to the challenge field. They have watched on as this challenge has taken place and now are stepping up for their own heat. Our players over here stretching it out. An excellent strategy. All right, our players now getting the tension rods set together. We've got
Just as long as it's poking out a little bit from the beginning, and then
we've got Mary, Kendall. Yes, Kendall is going barefoot, it looks like. Jared and Kira all facing off, looking for the top 2 finishes. Whew.
So everyone looks to be ready. Everyone understands that it's 50 laps going around the right.
Y'all, this challenge is so hard to comment on and not say inappropriate things accidentally.
That's what I thought.
All right, and they're off. We've got Mary, Kendall, and Jared with Kira a third a lap behind? I don't know. Mary and Kendall out to a slight early lead, about a third of a lap ahead. Then comes Jared with Kira currently in last, but we have a long way to go, as we have seen 3 times already. Kira looking completely unbothered, just getting it done over here. Kendall and Mary doing a little jogging action.
Got 2 runners here, 2 fast walkers up here. Sorry, just do a little jog here. Trying to get back into it.
Jared now doing 4 steps of a jog before going back to walking. All these players very focused, very determined. Mary keeping her eye on that bucket as she heads around it. We can measure it and multiply by 50. Or by 100? By 100. Yes.
Do that math for me.
It's 100 times whatever this is.
1,000 feet? 1,000 meters, you think?
Just doing a little survivor math.
That's 50, 1,000 meters, all right.
Mary looking very determined as she makes her way back to complete another lap.
3/4 of a mile.
Jared making his way back and forth across the challenge field, just walking. Mary has hit 10, and Kendall has also hit 10. Jared has now also hit 10.
1/5 of the way there.
Players already breathing heavily at only 10 laps with 40 to go.
Racing there.
I do not envy them. Although I never envy them because I don't know how they do this.
Here is now at 10, a couple laps behind.
Kendall jogging back to complete yet another lap. Jared looking cool as a cucumber as he walks back and forth across the challenge field. Kira just looking like she's taken a stroll across this challenge field, looking very unbothered. Mary with a little tension rod slip, but not too much, still tons of tension rod left.
Seeing some strain.
You got it, folks. It's fun.
It is both leg day and arm day at this challenge.
The challenge of it was fun.
It was a challenge. I'll give it that.
Like it was a nice
It's a nice
I can do this.
Yeah. Even after eating 3 grains of rice.
The other players thrilled to not be doing this challenge anymore. They just look on to see who they will be facing off against.
Thank you. I love when someone actually answers me. I don't know if that was truthful, but Mary's at
Y'all are doing great.
Mary has hit 20 laps, as have Kendall and Jared.
Almost halfway, guys.
Mary in first place currently. Kendall and Jared just 1 lap behind her in a tie for second place.
Third here, we're looking for 2 to join Sean and Keanu.
Y'all excited for round 2?
No. If it's this and it's 100, I'm going to be upset.
Keanu theorizing about what the next heat might hold.
How did you guess it?
Have it.
Y'all are sick and twisted.
Have it.
Y'all are sick and twisted.
Rayhan calling production sick and twisted, and he might be right.
Truly.
In a way we appreciate.
Yeah.
How are those feet feeling, Kendall? Okay.
Kendall taking off, doing a little jog now.
Hit 20.
I do not know if it's to catch up or to extend a lead, because I haven't been over here in a while.
Jared,
Okay.
still behind Mary.
Looks like the players slowing down as they round the buckets and then speeding back up on the straightaways. Kendall with a huge tension rod slip out of nowhere. Pardon my dramatic gasp, but I'm easily startled by things. And that was loud.
Liz made it almost the entire way with less pull than that, so you're still alive as long as it's still connected.
Cam encouraging our players from the sidelines. Kira's tension
starting to
rod
slide.
slips for the first time. Mary's with a teensy little more slide,
They're
but not
likely
too
about
much.
halfway. Mary at 30. past
Mary has
halfway.
hit 30 laps. Excellent, excellent job. Kendall now picking up the pace just a little bit.
Kendall has hit 30. Jared has hit 30.
Kendall and Jared 1 lap behind, maybe half a lap behind, 1 lap behind, something like that.
They're literally step for step right now. Unfortunately, like Kendall said, the steps are a little faster. Kendall's has fallen.
Kendall has fallen. The tension rod is no more. Kendall electing to call it a day.
So at this point, Jared and Mary can walk it. Kira has to hope one of them can drop.
I'm not saying go, I'm saying just stay in it in case other people fall.
You can get back in if you want.
Don't put on yourself.
No, I think I can't do that. Thanks for the offer, though.
Jared asking for a lap count. He is at 34.
For this.
It's a long way to go.
Kira at 30.
Don't lose hope, Kira. You had one of your competitors.
And Mary now closing her eyes with the effort. She is at 36.
Good job, everybody.
Kira's starting to pick up the pace. Maybe cut into that lap deficit here.
Kira now jogging across this field. We're seeing her pace pick up for the first time
Should
all
hit 30
challenge.
soon.
Oh, she's hit 30.
She's hit 30. Say
She
it
done
again.
been at 30.
Say it. What is she at now? 35. Thank you. Sorry, I missed the 30 count.
It's because I yelled it instead,
Oh,
and you
alright.
weren't used to my voice being the official caller.
Did you say Mary's 40? 39.
Mary at 39.
What do we have for Jared right now? Okay.
Mary has
Mary's at
hit
40,
40
about half a
laps,
lead
only
ahead of
10
Jared.
to go.
Kira is a handful behind Jared. And she cut into that gap with just 10 to go.
Jared now picking up the pace a little bit. Not wanting to relinquish his lead to Kira, who has picked up the
We could get into a
pace.
tie-break scenario here where Kendall might not be out of it if they push it.
But I'll be rested. Kendall waiting in the wings to see if she needs to spring into action if all 3 tension rods drop.
Only if.
Kira jogging down the way. Kira has now hit 40, but a big slip.
I don't know if the running is working. Tension rushing to the end to just get out of the
Mary over this challenge, ready to be done.
Mary at 45.
45. We'll count them out from here.
Nice work, everyone.
45 for Jared.
Jared has hit 45 as well, suddenly gaining on Mary, who has slowed down.
46 for Mary. 46 for Jared.
You're at 43, Kira. You're still in it.
Kira has 43, and away she jogs, looking to catch up with the first
Nice job, everyone.
place people. Mary now picking up her pace again, extending her lead.
You're 45.
45 for Kira. He's gonna make Jared work for it at least.
Come on, settle down.
Good vertical, Kira.
And our last lap. Do not lose concentration now.
Mary has completed 49 laps, now working on her 50th.
Fighting to the end.
Mary and Jared have a photo finish. We're going to call them first place rock stars.
Rock stars together.
Yes.
This next thing is everybody done.
We're gonna give you a break. What we're gonna do for the second heat for the winners is a much shorter heat. It'll focus more on speed than it was like this one, a marathon. You will be doing 20 laps of the same. You will have time to catch your breath. You'll have time to.
All right, and with that, the first two heats are finished. The winners will be moving on after a quick little rest break, getting a chance to catch their breath, hydrate, make sure their fingers are okay. Let's listen in.
I like how for us it was the walking, but then it's like upper body, no.
Kendall doing the chicken dance over here.
Nice job. Great job.
Take your time, Mary.
Some encouragement from new Tyrem to their fellow tribe members.
Like,
I thought it was something different. Now I got like.
watch out, this. Probably not gonna hold for you. Like, just remember that this is also, like, what we just did, like, this is our tribe. Like, if we can do that and compete like that,
Absolutely. Put on a good
we're gonna be good.
I feel like we were all keeping pace.
It sucks that this
You know,
is
everybody
individual.
Everyone was like, yeah, just right. I mean,
Yeah.
ours was so close.
Yeah.
All four of us.
So we're, this is a good sign.
I saw Jared do like a little, you did like a little step around it, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna try that. Immediately dropped a bunch. Not
doing the slide, yeah.
Didn't notice that.
Yeah, that's when I like
It
my
kind of
shot
sucked
down.
being on a hill right there too. I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
same.
that
On the
was
other
a little
side.
slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sloped on that corner.
There is
Right.
a little bit of difference in the paths, which is why we leave it up to randomness, and let's leave it back up to randomness here. See what you get. Again, first will be this row, down to 4 at the bottom. Give you another minute. Telling you to go get set up.
All right, the winners of their respective heats now drawing for spots.
You can walk over there. We're still gonna give
They're
you another minute.
slowly making their way over, giving them a little more time to catch their breath.
You know,
Which one's 1 and which one's 4?
one's gonna be top, 4 is gonna be bottom.
This side, it's that side.
You're gonna start on that side again. Yep. I'll take it back.
Players now heading on over. This will be the final heat, and the winner of this will win individual immunity at the tribal council their tribe will attend.
See how much the leg length matters.
Good sportsmanship all around.
What's that? Okay. Yeah. So you have a little bit more time to, you know, shake everything out.
Windmills.
The folks that just went, catch your breath.
All right, and in this final heat facing off, we have Mary, Keanu, Sean, and Jared.
A reminder of what is at stake, immunity in this tribal council, as well as an important decision to be made after tribal council.
How mysterious.
If that is important to you, then put in the effort here. We have a 20-lap sprint. The first one was a marathon. You can start getting ready. Pick up your tension devices, work with your spotter to get them set up.
We're 24, 37.
Can we pull it a little as far as we're allowed to go?
As long as it's right at the bottom there.
All right, our players now resetting themselves. They've been reunited with their old friend, the tension rod. I'm sure they're all very thrilled. All right, players all looking like they are set and ready to begin.
Survivors ready? Counters ready?
A reminder that these players are going to 20 instead of 50 this time.
First to 20, so it is a sprint. Survivors ready? Go!
And off they go.
Very first around the turn. Very first back.
Oh my goodness, Keanu got hung up on that.
Half a lap on that fix. The other three are about neck and neck on lap 2.
Let's just hang out here for a little bit. We'll watch them as they come around the bend. All right, we've got, I don't even know what the count is, but Jared and Sean are going super fast. All right, so Jared currently in the lead with Sean right on his tail.
That is the question. Will they burn out?
This is nonsense. Sean has taken a lead now over Jared. Everyone already breathing heavily with the immense effort of this challenge.
Then we'll call out at 10, then we'll call out at 15, then we'll call out every
Sean
lap
at
after
10.
that. Sean at 10.
Sean has hit 10 laps. Halfway there, Jared as well. Keanu. I don't know what Keanu's at actually.
Your shoes untied, be careful.
Right.
Your shoes untied is full of starting to slide.
Keanu at 10.
Keanu has hit the 10 lap mark and the halfway point here.
Mary's at 10.
Mary has now hit 10 laps as well.
Sean at 15.
Sean has hit the 15 mark.
Up ahead of Jared, it looks like.
Jared
And now Jared
Sean at
picking up the
16.
pace, hungry to try and get there before Sean, trying to make up some distance.
Sean at 17.
Reminder, these players making it look easy, but their tension rod also has to stay up and not drop. Keanu just strolling, hoping that they drop.
19.
Sean hitting 19.
That's 19.
Jared now hitting 19 as well. Sean running down the way here. Incredible. Sean winning individual immunity. Incredible effort by all 4 finalists. Way to go.
I gave up after y'all were continuing.
Yeah, once they were like a lap ahead, forget that. I'm not sprinting.
Incredible effort by everyone here.
Amazing. Oh my gosh, with your shoe, Lisa. Oh, that's impressive.
Good job to all of our competitors in this challenge. This was no joke and the most grueling challenge so far in this game. Everyone competing, everyone doing an excellent job. And here comes Cam with the individual immunity necklace.
Amazing effort, everyone, but we can only have one victor. So, Sean, come and grab your individual immunity.
There you go, Sean.
You want me to put it on you? There we go. All right, congratulations. You cannot vote for Sean at this tribal council. The rest of you are eligible to be voted out. We will have you go back to camp. We'll do the other tribal council, then you will come in for yours. So you have about another 30 or 45 minutes to make your decision. Go
All right,
to
and
the left
off
through tribal
they
council.
go.
Yep. Please have it.
Whoa.
All right. Hey, Cam. Can we let our players know when we should be tuning in again for the first tribal council?
As soon as we can get them ready. They've had a lot of time to deliberate, so I would say it'll be a short break for sure. Stay tuned, and we'll be going live ideally within the next 10 or so minutes.
Great. Hopefully we'll see you back in 10, pending confessionals being done.
Sure.
Great.